What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about Faraday Future. I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down on what they need to do in order for their big day tomorrow to be a success, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So starting off, Faraday is going to be unveiling their second brand as well as their bridge strategy. Bridge strategy will be all right, but I think their top priority should be the financing and remain financing for the foreseeable future. Second brand, I think is going to be good. And so I think Faraday does have a good opportunity to really reverse this downtrend that they have been on, especially the market right now, very optimistic. 50 basis points was just cut with a potential another 50 sometime in 2024, so either the November 7th or December 18th meeting. So I think that's generally good. Plus, people's appetite for risk is very much there because you can kind of see the fear and greed index is under the greed category, right? So like I said, I think there's a good opportunity for tomorrow to be a very big success. But Faraday cannot just come and say, hey, look, this is our second brand of vehicles by Faraday. That is it. And they cannot do that. They have to give a lot of context, such as timelines, costs, technology. Is there any partnerships? And what I mean by that is partnerships. I find it very difficult to believe that Faraday can produce lower price vehicles because Rivian, Lucid, which both have far greater technology than Faraday, they can't. They can't just produce a lower price vehicle. It's just not in their budget and they can't do that, right? And Lucid's trying to do that right now, but Faraday, how are we as investors expected for them to kind of not sell the current $300,000 plus vehicle, but yet now we're expected or somehow supposed to understand that they're doing a $20,000 vehicle? Like that just, it's hard to believe. So they do need to give a lot of context, time frames, and whatever else. And if they do that, then yeah, it's going to be a good success because people will be able to hang on to that and use that as a good catalyst. If not, if they don't do anything, they just showcase the vehicles, go over the bridge strategy, and that's it, then it is no different than one of their many baseless pieces of news. So like I said, I think Faraday does have a good opportunity. The market is very much optimistic right now. So if Faraday does everything right, then yeah, it could definitely reverse this downtrend that it has been on, because over the last 1 month, it is down 9.07. Over the last 1 week, down 6.9%. So let me know your thoughts on that. There was also a couple of things that did come out, a S8. So I just wanted to briefly talk on that. So it came out after hours yesterday. So they are registering shares a part of this. So this is from their shareholder meeting, which was approved, point number 5. So the 2021 stock incentive plan. And normally I'm a very big fan of kind of keeping good employees, retaining good employees. And one way to do that is pay them accordingly, give them bonuses. And that's what this plan is all about. So it looks like they want to obviously increase it to around 88 million shares. Obviously, on a side note, this does and was affected by the whole reverse stock split. So to raise it to 88 million, that is, it's not the best. And again, when this did come out, I did a video all about chronological steps. What would be the most advantageous steps for shareholders? And when this was approved, if they would have actually registered these shares straight away and issued them, then it'd be a lot less damaging than what it is now, because now the reverse stock split did kick off. That 88 million is 100 times more, I guess, of a damage to current shareholders than if they would have done it before the reverse stock split, if that makes sense, right? Because this 88 mil is fixed. Them doing the reverse stock split, that's one thing that would have changed it, but they did it after the fact. So this is, in my opinion, very damaging. Obviously, this is dilution, kind of known dilution since it was essentially passed, but investors just didn't know when it was going to be implemented, kind of what stages and everything like that. But No doubtably though, that 88 million isn't going to be one lump sum. It's going to be sporadic over, I don't know if there was timelines laid out in this document right here for this incentive plan, but still, that's kind of what this document is talking about. It's just registering shares. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. Right now, Faraday is definitely going up quite a lot because of just the broader market optimism. Right now, shorts are increasing around 11,000 shares. It does show 38.85% of the free float being shorted, but I believe Ortex still does have the wrong outstanding share count, so it has 12.27 million. So obviously you have to kind of take that with a grain of salt, so it's not necessarily the most accurate. So most likely it's sitting probably around the high 30s, I would say. But again, that's not factoring in other dilution and whatever else that could have been happening behind the scenes. Cost to borrow average is 88.14. 4.71 million shares overall are being shorted. It does also indicate that it is on the threshold list, and it has been on the threshold list. Looks like it has been ever since consecutively August the 29th. So yeah, in theory, the SEC is dropping the ball because they should have done something to market makers to rectify this deficiency. So it is what it is. Looking at options, 104,000 in calls, 677,000 in puts. 50% of all the options being done today, though, are optimistic and bullish, and there is a consensus for it to be around that $5 range. That's what the call options are kind of signaling. Looking at puts, you do see consensus for it to be sub $6, so that generally as well, even though it is puts, this is why you can do different strategies. It is generally bullish, somewhat. Take that again with a grain of salt. So let me know your thoughts on Faraday. Have you been buying? What is your thoughts, for instance, on the 50 basis points? Do you think that is going to really stimulate the broader market, or do you think that has already been largely priced in? And is there anything that you are expecting for tomorrow's big day? And the only thing I wanted to say as well, I don't think it's any coincidence that NIO is also going to be unveiling their second brand tomorrow as well. So who knows? Maybe there's some coincidence or partnership. Maybe not. We'll just have to wait and see. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. One final thing, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it. They give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Kick-ass deal, only up until September the 30th. With that said, appreciate all of you watching.